Welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be playing with a new stamp to me. It's not new, it's old. Um, by Picket Studios, and it is called Sweater Pattern. Right there you can see. And it is, I think, 4 by 4 and it has a really cool pattern to it. I wanted my cards. I knew that I wanted to make several different ones, so I wanted them to all have different colors to them. And this is going to make sense here as I make my cards. I'm starting with blue ink by palette. I don't know why these ink pads are not more popular than they are. I have 3 of them or 2 of them, and I love them. So the colors that I went with are orange, yellow, green, like an off-white or beige cream color, and a dark blue. All of them I am stamping the pattern with that blue ink by palette. I think it's called Prussian blue, but that dark blue that you see right here, I chose to use Distress Oxide in antique linen because the other color just wouldn't show on it. And I really like how it looks. Check this out. How pretty is that? So one of the things that make these stamps cool, in theory, is that you are able to stamp them um, one next to the other, and you should have an infinite pattern if you are able to align them properly. Having said that, it is not as easy as it sounds. It is very hard. I thought I had done a good job when I placed mine so that they stamped in a continuous pattern, but you can see that the line right there overlaps, but you know what? I'm not going to let that bother me at all. Anyways, another thing I wanted to talk about is that I did stamp him several times, like 3 times per panel, because I wanted to have a very solid impression on all of them. I just did not show that on my video because I wanted it to be a little bit quicker. So now it's time to trim each and every single one of those stamped panels into different size strips. And to make it easy for me, because I wanted them to all have the same sizes all throughout, I cut them. The first one was 3/4 of an inch, then the second one 1/2 inch, and then the third one 1/4 inch. And then after that I went back to 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. So it went large, medium, small, medium, large, medium, small. So I hope that makes sense, and I did that with all of them. And I used some washi tape to keep them together because I was having a hard time with them not mixing up. And now I am going to line up my card bases or just pieces of white paper with that double-sided adhesive. That's just the one that I have. So anyways, I placed them on 5 pieces of white cardstock just so that I can have a sticky surface for my strips to adhere to. And this part was a little bit time consuming, but it was relaxing. I just tried to follow the pattern of the stamp and grabbed a strip of paper from each of the colors of cardstock right there, and I attempted to make it be small, or well, I started with large, then medium, small, medium, large, medium, small, medium, large. So and I did follow a color pattern, I believe, up until the last one because I just gave up. I was like, forget it. Nobody's going to notice this, right? So this is what I feel like it gave my pattern that more vintagey look. And I really like how it turned out. You probably could do this using just glue on your paper, but I think it will take longer. So to me, using that double-sided adhesive sheet was definitely worth it. So I'm just taking my time, making sure that I am following that pattern slowly but surely, and that's what that looks like. And this is the last one. I didn't show all of them because it's very repetitive, and you can tell here that not all of those match. But I didn't care. It was tired. I finished making this project last night at around 10, and I was so tired. It was time for me to put kids to bed. So that's what they look like. Now I am going to be trimming them because right now they're not the size that I want them. and I am making them to be 375 inches by 4 inches. So that's what all of them are going to be like. And then I am going to distress them using vintage photo and just a brush. Yeah, I wanted these to look like, they were worn. And right there I was just showing you how they look different if I hadn't applied that ink. So anyways, I did that with all of them. And then I believe the next thing I did was I decided that I was going to mat them with black paper, and then, so I like to do double mats, but I did 3 this time. So black paper, and then one of the 5 colors of cardstock. I picked more of the same colors, and like the green, orange, yellow, blue, and the cream. And for some strange reason, my video did not record a lot of what's about to follow. But anyways, I ended up cutting my paper to be, the black pieces are going to be just 1/8 of an inch wider on all sides. Don't ask me what that translates to. And then the color bases are going to be another 1/8 of an inch bigger on each side. And then that should give me enough room so that I can place all of them on my white card bases, the part that folds. So hopefully that makes sense here in just a minute. It is so hard to explain. I'm sorry. So yeah, here I am making my card bases. I should have probably just removed that from the footage, but I forgot. Anyways, I use hammermill paper from Amazon, and I'm just making all of them all at once, scoring them, and then flattening them with my bone folder. I think it's called a Teflon bone folder. And now I am going to be adhering my pattern paper with the sweater pattern sweater. What do you say? What do you call that? Anyways, I am adhering that to a black base, and then the black is going to be adhered to one of the color pieces of cardstock. Here I was trying to be lazy and not measure, but that didn't work out very good. I gave up quickly, and I decided to just figure out what the sizing was. Anyways, so yeah, now I am going to be trimming it on the other side, I believe. There you go. So it is, yeah, 1/8 or maybe 1/16, I can't remember. 1/16, 1/8, I don't know, of an inch smaller than 4th. So you see that right there, it skipped most of all of the cutting. So right there I'm showing you how it is 4 layers: the white, the green, the black, and then the pattern. And right now I am showing you how I glue my stuff. Yeah, the part where I glue the black to the sweater pattern, that's what did not record. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my phone. Anyways, so I align it as best as I can, just kind of eyeballing it, and then I keep it in place, and I lift the right side while holding on to the other side without moving it. And now I am doing it the opposite way. Turn it around, and then I am putting some glue in the black paper and then adhering it. And I am going to be doing the same exact thing when I glue all of these to the card bases. So I am placing them where I think they need to go, where they looked sort of even. And then I hold on to the left side with my fingers, and using my other finger, I lift the right side and put some glue under it. And I prefer to do this when using just regular, liquid glue, because if I was to use adhesive like tape or something like that, I feel like it's not as forgiving as using regular glue, because I am able to move my panel, my paper, if I feel like it's not perfectly set. So now we have all 5 card bases, card panels, whatever you want to call it. And now I wanted to do something simple for the sentiments, and I have a few different sentiment dies from different companies. One of them is from Gina Marie Designs, and I use this new paper that I am obsessed with by, I think it's called, I can't remember, but it's from Joanne. And I think I used the same kind of paper on all of them. So that die right there says Merry Christmas in a really cute, elegant font. I don't know who the die is by, to be honest with you. But then I saw, maybe I can use that Nativity die set by Gina Marie Designs and put it right on top of the Merry Christmas. So I did end up die cutting the little, what is that building structure called? I don't know. And Mary, Joseph, and Jesus. I die cut them all in double layers so that they looked a little more dimensional. And now I am just gluing them in place. And look at that cute star on the very top. That's what it looks like. I think it turned out gorgeous, and that one is my favorite. So for the next one, this is also a die by Gina Marie Designs, and it actually comes in a set with an oversized ornament. Very, very cool and very affordable. So I decided to just use the Joy to the World sentiment. The ornament actually goes around the whole sentiment, so it's pretty cool. Now, Peace on Earth. This is another die that I do not remember who is by. I just have a little bucket filled with Christmas products, and it was there. I have no idea who it's by. Anyway, so this one is Peace on Earth, and it is with gold foil paper, I don't know, by Joann's. I cannot remember the name of it. And this one right here is another one that I don't know who it's by, but it is this very intricate, elegant looking sentiment that says Silent Night. In retrospect, I wish I would have thought of putting some adhesive on the back of the paper before I die cut it, but you know what? It wasn't that big of a deal. And that's what it looks like. Very simple. So now, oh wait, there's one more. Oopsie. Next up is another Peace on Earth, because I had 5 cards but only 4 dies, so I decided to reuse that one. And I am adding a little bit of bling here. I chose to go with gold for all of the cards that had gold paper for the sentiment, and then I went with silver for the other cards. So I am just placing them strategically here and there. You know, I want them to look nice, but I don't want them to overtake the whole project. Now I am doing the same exact thing here for the Merry Christmas with the Nativity, and I feel like it goes especially well with this one because the star on top of the, is it a manger? I don't remember. English is not my first language, I'm sorry. So it goes super well with those elements, the gold little rhinestones. Another one that has a gold sentiment, so I went a little bit over the top here. Sorry, not sorry. I love blinging out my cards. So yeah, I put quite a bit. Especially since I felt that this sentiment was not, you know, it wasn't like over the top. It was very pretty, but kind of small. So we needed a little something more. You know what I mean? So lots and lots of rhinestones, flat rhinestones, I don't know. And now I am going to be working on my other ones that have the silver. It's not silver, it's actually holographic. I forgot that. Look how cool those look. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Anyways, these rhinestones are actually a little bit bigger, not a little, a lot a bit bigger than the other ones, so I didn't need to put as many. They are so pretty. I believe I got these rhinestones over at Dice to Die For. Very, very nice. And yeah, I just put a lot of them on. I am in love with this paper. I love the gold one, don't get me wrong. I do love it, but there is just something about this holographic one that just, it steals the whole thing, the whole show. For the Joy to the World, right here I decided to just go simple because this sentiment is actually pretty big, and I just did 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, and that was it. So here they are, all of the cards are finished. I made 5 in about 90 minutes, which I think it's pretty good. If you know me, you know that I don't make cards too quick, and this is how they look like after I photograph them properly. Which one is your favorite? Please let me know. I really like this sweater pattern stamp, and I think I am going to continue using it. I hope that you all enjoyed today's video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a great week, everybody.